This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Hey, let me ask you. Over the weekend, we learned that Mr. New Jack from ECW was no longer with us. Did you ever meet New Jack, or were you just introduced to him through our podcast?
Just through our podcast. Heard you talk about him. Just watched Dark Side of the Ring. That's the only thing I knew about him.
Sad to see him. Sad to see him go.
Mm. Did you ever get to meet him?
I did. He was fantastic.
Yeah, I've heard he was a pretty good guy, really. Like most guys in wrestling are. This kid, Keith Larson, is going to become Rocky Cronodle unless he is Rocky Cronodle already. Don Cronodle's brother. So, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, by the way, speaking of Dark Side of the Ring, I haven't finished the Brian Pillman one yet.
You'll like it.
I've finished most of it. I'm into the second, watching the second part of it on YouTube. Oh, here we go. Come here.
Get a good shot of that man. Right in front. Going back in there. Why don't you get it back in there? Running deep and real.
I love David. Why don't you get him back?
Yeah. He was probably shooting right there, to be honest with you. Anyway, so I didn't, but I've got to the point to where he's had his wreck, and he convinced Vince to sign him, and some pretty good stuff in there, and some very disturbing stuff in there, as you might imagine.
Oh gosh, how about Melanie? So Stone Cold Babyface, though, that's Brian Jr. Really excited that he's with y'all on AEW. Check him out on Dark. I think he was on last week. Hey, last week's AEW. I wanted to ask you, what do you think about Christopher Daniels' eye? I saw a picture of it over the weekend, 4 days later, and it looked worse than ever.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Just some people work kind of hard, work real hard. I just like, I'm afraid. I'm afraid we're trying to do too much. I don't mean we as a company. I mean the guys. Okay. Just afraid. Trying to do too much.
Speaking of too much, did you see Dark Side of the Ring this past week on Nick Gage?
I did not. I don't even know who Nick Gage is, do I?
Okay. Well, he was a deathmatch wrestler who really had his claim to fame in CZW, and they did something called a Tournament of Death in a field out in Delaware. And he got so hardcore that he had to be med-flighted, and on the flight, he died.
Mm-hmm.
So several minutes later, they brought him back to life. But as a result of all these crazy injuries, he developed a dependency to prescription painkillers.
Mm-hmm.
And when the money ran out, his bright idea was, let's go rob a fucking bank.
Mm-hmm.
So he robbed a bank, and they showed on the news, hey, if you have any information about this, and of course, wrestling fans said, oh, that's Nick fucking Gage, the king of this shit. So he went to prison and served his debt to society and came back, and now he is a bigger star than ever. He is the main eventer for Game Changer Wrestling. He started his own gang called the Murder, Death, Kill Gang. He's gang affiliated all fucking day. And he stabbed David Arquette in the neck and nearly killed him. But outside of that, he's a fucking great guy. He really is.
Wow. That's the next episode, huh?
It's already aired this past Thursday. This coming Thursday is Collision in Korea. And that happened on your watch. Of course, you got to dodge that trip, but that'll be this Thursday on Vice, or as you're listening, tomorrow night on Vice. I think next week is the Ultimate Warrior. And that is an episode that you personally, Tony Schiavone, absolutely have to watch, if you can, live as it happens.
Okay.
It is phenomenal.
Okay. Interesting. They got some interesting stuff. The Collision in Korea, I didn't even know that was going on until it happened afterwards.
They went to Korea and you didn't know?
Didn't know. No.
Wow.
Didn't know.
But then again, you never saw a Shawn Michaels match until 2017.
Right.
So,
Well, there you go. We each have our different things that we have to deal with in life, and I've had plenty.
can I mention that?
But life is good right now. Thank you. Go ahead.
No shit. You got fancy green bottles and Tommy Bahama shirts. What else do you want? You got
These are not fancy green bottles. These are Topo Chicos. You can get them anywhere.
I don't know. We don't have fancy green stuff like that here in Alabama.
Okay, go ahead.
We just drink out of the goddamn water hose.
I think I was at your house during that AEW show.
I'm mistaken.
No, you a lie. As a matter of fact.
I cannot tell you how anxious Megan was to get home.
What, from the party?
That's her first time really traveling. You know, we did some beach family trips.
Right.
Like just go to a random town and stay in a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was her first time in a hotel since the whole pandemic.
Wow.
Whenever we've done beach stuff, we don't stay at a hotel or condo. We just get a house, you know?
Sure.
So this is her first time like being in a hotel. And she's like, this feels weird.
Yeah.
I think we've all just sort of gotten accustomed to our sort of COVID way of life, and not you though. I mean, you've been out front making towns every single week. No difference for you.
Plenty of difference.
Oh, tell me about them.
You may be mistaken.
It might be. We'll find out. Tell me about the differences.
Well,
you're just stepping on the motherfucker. That's how you stepped on Jobber Schiavone at the family reunion.
Now I'd like to.
What's on tap for you this week in real life, Tony?
In real life, what's on tap for me this week is just doing some post-production work. And that's about it.
Sounds really exciting. I appreciate it.
I really don't have, let's see, I really don't have another live show until Friday, right before Double or Nothing.
How about that? You got like a rare little
I got a little bit
time here. I guess we should remind everybody. Next week, there is no Dynamite. It's basketball or some other bullshit. So
yeah, Dynamite's moved to 10 o'clock on Friday night.
Yeah, which will be a big time show.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'll have an off day on Saturday where I think you guys are going to be doing a fan fest with a friend of the show, Gabe Yoakum.
Gabe Yoakum from noon to 5. Yep, Gabe's a good guy.
And on Sunday, it's all about Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing. It will be a big weekend to be an AEW fan. Memorial Day weekend. It really is.
It's Triple Threat Jones too, right? Omega, Orange Cassidy, and Pac.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Triple Threat Jones.
That should be pretty fun.
Yep. If everybody stays healthy.
Oh. Some concerns?
Well, it's just that, just these. It's like I said earlier.
The word is OC was okay. Right?
He was.
Yeah.
He was, but it's scary, man. It's just,
it's
just scary stuff, the things we do now. So the old days of snatching a headlock are gone, buddy.
Well, I don't know what else to say here. I guess if I was taking a page out of Tony Schiavone's book, I would get a little bit higher and talk a little bit slower as we try to stretch and fill time up.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.